Hi, thanks for dropping by to watch this video with me. What I'm doing here is trying to answer the question of why am I not losing weight? Now you probably know the situation. It's where what tends to happen is you've tried everything you can to get all those pounds off, and yet nothing you do seems to be working. But there's always reasons, and there's some suggestions I'd like you to consider now. First of all, your body could be saying no. No in the sense of your particular target weight that you set is perhaps not suitable for your structure, the way you're built, those kind of things. And one of the ways you can check is to look up your BMI, or body mass index rate. Now this works out things like height to weight ratio, that kind of thing, and there is an actual table for that, which you can talk to people in your gym. If you go to the gym or look it up on the internet, it's available in various places. So that's one of the things I would look at as a starting point. Then from there, I'd have you answer this maybe kind of strange question: are you following the wrong exercise routine? Those making a concerted effort to lose weight can sometimes make the mistake of following fitness exercises that build up the muscle rather than burn away the excess fat. And what could be happening is this could be disguising the fact that you are actually losing weight, but it's being replaced with muscle, which is a denser, thus heavier material. So persisting with the wrong kind of exercise will very likely prove to steer you away from your original target of losing weight. So here's the next strange question. For somebody who's trying to lose weight, the question is, are you eating enough? It may be that your metabolism's a little sluggish. What it needs is a kickstart by adding some more calories to your diet. Consider the substitution of that which you currently eat for something that's still good for you, but a little more substantial. And keep an eye on those carbohydrates as well, because they can be a real problem. Too many is not good. In particular, be aware that meals eaten later in the day are tough for your system to work with. And this is due to the fact that your metabolism, it slows down at night. So whilst you're trying to go to sleep, your metabolism is really struggling to deal with the food content that you've got there. Now there's one caveat emptor of this: is your metabolism up to the task? Some people have a metabolism that's very inefficient, which in turn leads to overweight conditions. Now I remember when I was younger, I could pretty much eat whatever I liked and my metabolism would deal with it, and that would be fine. But as the years have gone on, the pounds have come along with it. I'm not hugely overweight right now, but I can certainly do with losing a bit. The other issue is about sleep. If you don't get enough sleep, it's been reported that that's a mechanism that also slows the metabolic process down. Now if you're serious about losing weight, then it's more than likely that you're avoiding things like junk food. And then along with that list, we'll talk about white bread and rich creamy sauces and desserts, and that would include peanut butter and mayonnaise. And eating the right things, like plenty of fresh fruit and veg. You can eat as much veggies as you like, because they're not going to give you a problem. The more the better in this case. And keep that intake of carbs down, proteins in moderation. And the key in that last sentence is in moderation. And what also might be useful for you, because sometimes we do all the right things, have the right intent and all of those things, but somewhere along the way something slips in, we've eaten it and we don't really even notice it occasionally. Keep a food diary. Keep a food diary. That's a means to exactly check what you've been eating, the number of calories involved, because at the end of the day, calorie intake versus weight loss is all about calorie management. Some time ago, I used to sell a particular product. It was a replacement meal program, and some of my clients would lose their weight very quickly, or lose some weight very quickly, and then they would hit a plateau where it seemed that nothing was happening. And I have to explain to them what was going on there. Within this particular program, what happens is that the first thing to go are the excess fluids. They're no longer being stored in the body, and hence they're the fast part of weight loss. Then the program hits the meat of the problem, the excess fat, which takes a little longer to break down, and thus we have this apparent plateau. But the key, of course, is persistence. If you keep going with it, then yes, it will work on the fatty deposits rather than just the fluids. Let's just give it some time. And by time, how long would you say? Well, I would say probably a couple of months rather than a couple of weeks. You may see some early results, but you need to keep going with it, with intent. But one thing I'd warn you against is these crash diets where you take whatever it is you take, and yes, you probably lose weight, but you're also left with this. It's too fast. Losing too fast leaves you with this empty bag. That's what it comes to. The skin hasn't a chance to retension or anything like that, so it becomes saggy. So that's a danger, something to look out for. There's something I would say to you not to do too often because it's too stressful. What do you think that is? It's jumping on the scales. That's what it is. Because what can happen if you do this too regularly? Oh, look, I've not lost any weight today. Oh dear, this isn't working. You fill your head with all these negatives, things that just not working for you when you do that. You've got to be very careful, because if you do that and you become stressed, this chemical gets released into the body called cortisol, and you can easily end up just eating for comfort, and that's not going to help the situation, right? So let's talk about drinking wine. What? Drinking wine to help you lose weight? Well, a particular wine. My mother used to call it this, Adam's wine. And you may or may not realize, water. Drink plenty of water, because that will help to clear your body out, inside out. Helps you to move away all the things that perhaps shouldn't be there. So it keeps the body clean from inside out. Highly recommend plenty of water, liters of it in fact. So what can I say? Be determined. Be persistent, because what we focus on is what we become. If all we focus on is, look at me, I'm overweight and I'm no good, etc., etc., then that's how you're going to stay. You need to focus on becoming more, or in this case, becoming less. The pounds dropping away, the building up of your own character as a result. So we become that on which we focus, and be consistent. Keep going and do it regularly, and in the end become successful. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little video that I've done here. There is another video you can watch if you like. This one is, you can just click on the link below this video. It talks about how you can burn off 10% of the unwanted weight in the body within the next 30 days, and then you continue that kind of process every month until you reach that target that you particularly want to go for. So do have a look if you'd like to do that, and thank you for just taking the time and spending it with me now. Take care. Bye bye.